Hello everybody and welcome to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at a map, Altenstein, and it's found up under the farmingsimulator.com mod hub, or basically it's in the in-game mod hub under the beta section. This map is for PC and Mac platform only at this time, and let me just read you the description that's up on the farmingsimulator.com website for this particular map. Altenstein is a small map which is mainly designed for old-timers and small machines. Whether you work on the field or in the stable or in the forest, it's up to you. So let's just go ahead and jump on in and take a look. So unlike our normal videos where we pick our gator, we're going to pick this little Fiat tractor instead. I think it's going to have a much better aesthetic for this map. We're just looking at the log now. You can ignore this warning. It's a mod that I'm going to try out for a personal save, so it's not related to the map. So the map is loading up. Now we're loading in our in-game equipment. And there we go. We have a clean log on load up. So here we are at our main farm. It's our start point. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. So it's a small map, and first thing you notice is there appears to be 5 fields outside of the map. When I was in here and I was checking, there is a collision wall here, so you're not going to be able to go over here and farm these fields. But what you do see when you come to this wall is basically you see these fields. Now it will be interesting to know or find out that during the course of playing this map, if these fields basically go through harvest cycles, or if they pretty much just stay in whatever state they're in when you start. Something else to note on this map is that you don't own any of these numbered fields. So all of these fields that are numbered are owned by NPC farmers, but there are a fair number of fields that are not numbered at all. They're over here on this side. There's one here, and then there's one down here, and that might be all of them. Let's just take a look. So basically the fields that show up that are yellow, that are not numbered, are your fields, or at least the game doesn't complain that they're owned by someone else. So we're just going to go under the pretense that these fields we own. We own this field and we own that field, and this one down here. Okay. So with that pretense, this map has the standard crop types. I started this video on hard mode. So on hard mode we start with 0 crops. There are 2 main selling points on this map, Wright Agribusiness and Mary's Farm. We also have a biogas plant and the sawmill. So here's our list of starting equipment. It's all fairly new with low operating hours, so our daily maintenance will be fairly low. Let's go ahead and take out a loan, so we can buy some animals. And it looks like we start out with 10 pigs and 15 cows from the start. We have the pigs have water, straw, corn, wheat, canola, and potatoes, so they have all of their food requirements. And the cows have water, straw, grass, silage, hay, and power food. They also have all of their requirements, although their food levels are a bit lower than the pigs, so they're going to need resupply a bit sooner than the pigs will. There is sheep on the map, I believe. Let's take a look. We do have a sheep icon, so while we don't start with sheep, we can purchase sheep. And our silo has a capacity of 100,000 liters. So there we go. Let's take a look at our starting equipment. So we start with 2 tractors of 125 horsepower and 143 horsepower. We have some front loader forks with a bucket. We have the small Samo. I never really can pronounce the name of this particular harvester, but we've got the small harvester here. This is one of the smaller in-game harvesters you can get with the grain header, with a nice little brant or trailer, and a small cultivator and plow, the small seeder and small solid fertilizer spreader. Here we have a slurry spreader, the barrel for a weight, and the side mower. We have a tedder and a forage wagon, and of course our water trailer for our animals. So we start with a fair bit of equipment, all of it small, obviously, for this is a small map. And let's go ahead and better go ahead and put up the four-wheel drive just in case. And let's go ahead and lease this thing. And let's take a look at where the shop is. So the shop is down here, the south end of the map by field 10. Let's hit reset and see where it goes. So the reset point is at the shop. Okay, so if you need to reset any of your equipment for any reason, it's going to go back here down to the shop. Good to know. So let's just explore the farm before we jump in our little Fiat and drive around. Oh, we have a... Can we... Oh, I don't want to... I want to move the axe. No, I want to move the axe. Get out of there. Alright, well, while we can't pick up the axe, it's pretty neat. We can basically pick up our firewood here and toss it around. So, at any rate, here we have our New Holland and our front forks and our bucket. So here we have our silo. We have a tip point right here. Conveniently, the tipper is parked right above that. And we have our silo out. Here is our barrel. It's been nicely textured for weather and rust. I don't think that's how the barrel looks normally. I think the barrel is normally red. So that's a nice touch. Here we have our seeder and our cultivator. A little bicycle. So let's see here. Are these doors open? So here's our forage wagon with another door that opens. So our cultivator, or our harvester. Looks like it does not quite fit in here. That back bar was kind of bleeding through the door. So we all hear our chickens. So here's our chickie chicks. If the eggs spawn in here, you're gonna have a heck of a time finding them. That's for sure. Let's hope that the eggs spawn somewhere convenient, like right here. That would be cool. So it looks like this will be a spawn point for manure. We've already got ourselves a little pile showing up. So that must be for our cows, because our cattle are right on the other side of this this building, it looks like. And there we have some static cows. Obviously you're too heavy to pick up. And it looks like this is where their mess is. I hear them chewing. I don't see them eating, but I hear them chewing. So this must be where we put our feed. A nice storage shed here off the side of the cow barn. Here's our animated cows. Thank you very much. So here's where we will buy our cattle. If we wanted to buy some more, might as well. We've got the money. So here's our cows. We have another feed trough here, and our water trough is right here. This is where we start with our sling mower, or side mower. Okay. And I saw our liquid manure, or our slurry fill for our cattle is over here. And it looks like we have a silage bunker back here for our cattle area. Now this is one of the fields that is not marked as being numbered. So this cornfield, for all intents and purposes, is owned by you because it will not complain if you try to work that. I've already tested that out. We have our slurry spreader and our tedder over there. And here's our pigs. We have our water trough and our water trailer. We've got our plow tucked away in there. That ought to be a nice back-end job. Can we kick the bucket? Alright. Let's run over here, and this is probably our manure spot for our pigs. This is where we will buy some more pigs. Ring them up. Here's our slurry point for our pigs and our feeding trough. So here's a little pig area. So here is something I really thought was nice when I was looking through here the first time. We have a little dam here. The water backed up and our water running through to our mill. Got a nice board laying across there so we can get across. And we can jump across here. Okay. So let's go up here and I'll show you what I was talking about with respect to these fields. So this is the map boundary basically, right here at this fence. Okay, so we're not going past that. But here we have a field of what appears to be soybeans and a field of what appears to be sunflowers behind it. And what we don't know is, I don't know if that those fields will stay forever like that, or if they will cycle with the cycling of the farm fields, of the fields in general. We have to go across here to get to these fields. We'll just go ahead and ring this field up and see what the prices are. So we have 0.38 hectares, $30,000. The field does have missions, so there are missions on the map. Looks like we've got a watchtower here, a hunting barn, hunting farm. Here we have another field. 0.3 hectares, 38, and 38,000. So let's just go on up the hill here. This is our sheep area. This map is so small we may not even get around to buying that or hopping in that tractor. So here we have our sheep area where we can buy some sheep. There we go. And there they are, just roaming the hillside. So our grass trough is down here along the hill. You see the sheep are basically free roaming sheep. They're not fenced in at all. They just kind of meander and stroll around. So this is just like the pig area, but we don't have, obviously we don't have slurry for our sheep. That doesn't do anything. So it's just a nice little building here. What I do not know is really, I don't know where the wool spawns for the sheep. So I was not able to determine where that happens. I'm wondering, if it spawns up here. Wherever it spawns, it's not necessarily marked, unless it spawns on top of. I kind of thought maybe it would spawn here, but I don't see any markings. So let's see here. Let's try to find a nice hill here that we can kind of look out over the fields, over the map. I don't know if we'll be able to do that from this particular vantage point. There we have a nice castle up on the hill. Alright, let's come back down here to the farm and see what else that we have. We've got 2 tractors. We've only found 1 so far. Here we have way across the creek. It's a nice log. A bridge there. So that's the cow barn. There's our other tractor. I was looking for you. Alright, so that's pretty much the farm area. Let's go on down here. And explore a little bit more. So all of these fields are owned, but they can be purchased. They're all nice and small. This would be a wonderful map for someone that wants to play with small equipment. Someone that wants to maybe make use of their Coon DLC that they may have. Here we have an old rundown harvester, just kind of stashed away in this little shed. Field 0.14 hectares, $11,000 for that little field right there. Or maybe it's that little strip. So that's off the map. Very attractive, very nice looking map edges. It's not like you just have a wall. So here we have our little old baby BGA. We have 1 silo bunker here. Nice earthen wall on the back for compacting your chaff or grass. And then we have, instead of our Silo King, we have a little Strawderman digester, I guess. Maybe we can get a nice overview of the map from here. That's not too bad. Like I said, this is a very, very attractive map. Very pretty to look at. Maybe I can get on top of that thing. There we are. So there's our farm. We have our cows there. There are the fields that aren't owned by anybody, so I'm assuming they're owned by us. That building will be where we are buying our livestock, and the shop should be right down there. So let's make our way down there. Just check, see anything interesting. This is I guess those are sugar beets. Here we have. I wonder if this is a sign, or maybe this is just a water point. So we got a nice water fill point here, right by the river. So here we have our sawmill, our shop, and our animal buy point all right here together. This is where we will buy our animals if we want to pick them up and take them to the farm. Here's our Dutzfar shop with our selling point, customization point. Here we have a nice old lizard being worked on, jack and a jack stand, big old air compressor. So our wood chips and our logs. Our log sell point is, maybe it's up around the back. Yes, right here appears to be our log sell point. And now that we've explored the map, we can jump in our Fiat, and we'll just drive around on this just to get a little bit of aesthetic of the map. I think this little tractor works great for this map. Gives it a nice. Let's take a look at this thing. Do we have working lights? What do we do? I wonder what the horn sounds like. Oh, is that a battery in there? That's pretty awesome. That is awesome indeed. So let's just explore the map a little bit on this little old tractor. Give it a little sense of, give the map a sense of character. Oh, we found the map wall. Can I turn here, or am I stuck? So let's go this way. And now all of these fields on our left, we can farm. So there we have one field. Let's see if we can count them. Here we have a sell point. This looks like it may be a sell point for wool. Oh no, it's a grain. It's a grain tip point. We would have to tip our grain into there. Here we have another field, so that's 2 fields up along this edge. There's another old lizard harvester. There's 3 fields. There's a cornfield, so that's 4. That's not corn, that's sunflowers. And there's 5. And then we have this grass field. So that's 6 fields up along this edge. And a little storage shed. I'm just gonna turn around. So guys, this is the map. There's really not a lot going on here. Let's take a look. There are 10 fields owned by other farmers. You appear to own approximately 7 fields in your own respect. They are not numbered in any way. So this may be a challenge for course play unless you go in and kind of define the field edge for all of these fields, and that wouldn't be too terribly hard to do. So there you have it. We have Altenstein. It's up in the in-game mod hub under the beta section. So until next time, happy farming, y'all.